giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me
Hello there. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Daphne. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are taking a close look at what your guests see when they enter your home and all of those things that you've been putting off, the chipped paint, the scuff marks, the paint projects that you said that you would complete and you didn't, the refreshing of the walls and the spaces, and just looking at all of those little spots that you've been putting off for a while. We're going to be making a list today and we're going to be tackling all those spots one at a time. Now, for me, it is my entryway. When we first got our doors installed over 10 years ago, we messed up the molding, and as you can see, my solution was just to put these little felt little tabs to avoid having the same issue. I didn't repair it, I didn't do anything, but today I am taking the time to go in and tackle all of these areas. So if you have areas in your home that you have been putting off, stop right now, get yourself a sheet of paper, write them down, and over the course of this next week, tackle those projects. If you want to, leave in the comment section some areas that you plan on working on this week. It will inspire me and others to be able to tackle those little projects, especially before the holidays. Before we start adding in all of our decor, we're going to tackle all of those projects. As you can see here, this mule post is the most used part of the stairway. So it's scratched up. I put my bag there. We abuse this banister. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh it. In this little area right here, last week I happened to brush up against one of the frames that we installed, a beautiful gallery wall last year. And I happened to knock one of the frames down, so it took a gouge out of the molding. So I'm going to fix that today. Now, last year I mentioned, actually no, earlier in January of this year, because it was after Christmas where we started refreshing the spaces, I mentioned that I was going to be just taking away all of the white molding and just painting it the same color as the wall. And last year we slowly started doing it when we did the stairwell transformation, and today we're going to continue on with that. But before we can get started, we need to clean. So I just made some soapy water and we're going to go into the space and we're going to clean it. But before we get started, I just want to take a look at outside. I am missing being outside, and every time I get a chance to look out at my backyard, I take that glimpse. But let's get started. While we're cleaning down the spaces, I just wanted to show you what I was talking about. So on the stairwell, all of this towards the bottom stairwell was all white. So what I did was I painted it the same color as the wall. And I also painted the doorway leading into the dining room. As you can see, the doorway there and then the molding around the front door is not the same color. So I have been wanting to change the door molding over to that same color for a long time. It's a Sherwin-Williams color. I'm going to link it on the screen. It is a color that I absolutely love. I rediscovered the name of the paint, so I was able to refresh my space last year. For years I had forgotten what the paint color was, so I was so happy when I was able to relocate it. Now I always get my paint colors mixed up in Benjamin Moore paint. I'm just really familiar with the paint. I like the coverage, so I had mine color match in Benjamin Moore. And we are just going to be doing all of the floor molding and also the door moldings that I haven't done already. And we're just going to be refreshing any scuffs and marks throughout the space. So as I said, make sure that you start making your list of all of those projects that you want to tackle. Even if you don't tackle them now, make a plan for the year, for the upcoming year, because it's going to come in so quickly. So I always like to have a plan with everything that I want to accomplish. In case you're interested in any of the tools that I'm using, the paints, also the decor, I always have my Amazon storefront linked in the description, so you can always reference that and you can shop any item that you might see. If there are certain things that you don't see, definitely feel free to just leave me a comment, and then if it's not linked, we will link it and I'll send you the updated link. So this is the back entryway. I'm not sure if I shared on this channel or on my outdoor channel, but we have been working with bare wood solid slate color stain, and we were putting it over so many different areas in our landscape. Well, I happened to leave a open can of it back here, and my husband kicked it over and it got all over the floor. Thankful enough, I was able to get it all up without it messing up the actual floor, but the molding definitely took a hit and I wasn't able to get that off. So we're going to refresh that today. But it was so, I couldn't even believe how much, total half gallon of stain was all over the floor. And I don't know how I was able to get it all up without it messing up the floor, but thankfully enough, I was able to do it. And I'm so happy that I was able to do it because these are the original hardwood floors in my home. My home is a center hall colonial from 1937. And I have been so happy with how the floors have been holding up. So we got the floors refinished about the first year that we were in the home. So we've been in the home going on 15 years in January. And we absolutely love the way that the floors have been holding up.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light.
So now that we've done some pre-sanding and we wiped down the area, we're gonna go in with this plastic wood DAP wood fill. I've never used it before, but I actually love the way that it turned out. The only thing that I didn't pay attention to was the dry time. So I put this on and then I realized that it's supposed to dry for between 2 to 4 hours. So I was hoping that I would just be able to, put it on and wait like maybe half an hour to an hour. But unfortunately, I put it on and I'm gonna pick back up in this area in the morning. But we still have a lot of daylight, so we're gonna move over to another project.
We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light. Pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. The moonlights, summer sky, it was the best we ever had.
So this is another beautiful morning. It is close to 80 degrees. It's early morning, and I decided that I was going to start painting the door jamb because I'm going to have the door open for it to dry. So I wanted to make sure that I got this done as early as possible. Now the black paint that we're using is the Benjamin Moore Advanced. This is a cabinet and trim paint. It has a heavy, like durable enamel finish, and I am using it in color black. Now originally I used to use bare limousine leather, but I transitioned over to Benjamin Moore's black. This is from their historic line. It is a true blue black, and I absolutely love the way that it looks. It is very similar, actually it's probably identical to the bare limousine leather black. They're both very beautiful colors. I just prefer to have the Benjamin Moore Advanced paint because it is very durable for this application. When I did the wall, I used the eggshell in just their regular finish for Benjamin Moore. And I love the difference. The advanced paint is in a semi gloss, so it has that really like durable finish, and it looks amazing. Now, while I was painting, I made sure that I hit this back little area. So I don't know if you can if you see it, but towards the bottom of the stair banister that's up in the ceiling and towards the back, I did not finish those areas for some reason when I did the wall. So what I'm going to do is I grabbed the eggshell finish because the paint that I was using before was the semi-gloss. So I don't want to mix my finishes, especially because in this area we're using the eggshell. So I grabbed that paint can, I got my little brush, and now I'm going in and I'm just finishing up this project. These are one of those like little things that you just don't, get around to doing. But later on, like when you're, doing your little checklist and you realize, oops, I didn't do that area, put it on your list. You don't have to tackle it then, but you'll definitely get around to it, especially if you have it on some list, documented that you want to address it. Now, towards the back entryway, I also want to change over the door frame molding over to the Loggia. It's Loggia. I know I'm mispronouncing it. It's a Sherwin-Williams color, but I absolutely love it. And we're just taking the time to just put on 2 coats here. And then we're also going to go towards the inside of the door frame. As you can see, this wall is so thick. I don't know why it is so thick. It is literally about 6 inches between this wall and then the kitchen. I know that all of our pipes run down from the bathrooms above, so I don't know if that's why the cavity is so wide, but it gives us this area to just be able to do a focal point. So I'm painting that the same color as the walls on the outside so that it gives it nice depth. So this is the last project that we're going to be tackling for the day. I just want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that this video has inspired you to create your own to-do list. If you tackle it before the holidays or after, or work on it slowly, make sure that you are enjoying the process of improving your home. That's all that I strive for with each project that I do. As you know, I like to take things slowly and tackle one project at a time, so I hope that you follow suit. We're going to be going into the final shots of the video. I just want to thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you back here on next Sunday. Until then, have a blessed day.
She puts her hand